welcome to Hindustan Times. Here we are to talk about your new film, Kaun Pravin Tambe. So, why did you say yes to the film? What's so special about it?
I think everything is very special about it. The story itself about Pravin Tambe is so inspiring, to say the least. Um, I think someone, who does his debut in a sport like cricket at the age of 41 in itself is a huge story. So it will be very interesting for people to find out what was he doing till the age of 41. What were his struggles, what were the obstacles, how did he keep motivating himself. Because usually there are obviously a lot of people. There's another friend of mine, who said that mujhe acting karni hai now at the age of, let's say, 50. And there are some other people who said that tu pagal ho gaya, abhi kya karega. So I told him, you need to watch Kaun Pravin Tambe, because it is for all those people who believe in their dreams but are always told that tu pagal ho gaya hai kya, tu kya kar raha hai. But they still keep fighting, they keep believing, they keep hoping, they have faith, and finally they achieve their dreams. So it is a fantastic story, a great character to portray on screen as an actor. And yes, I mean, there was no way I would have said no to a role like this.
You made your debut with Iqbal. It was 17 years before. From playing a deaf and mute cricketer in your Bollywood debut to emulating a real cricketer in Kaun Pravin Tambe. So how different was it after 17 years?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Pravin Tambe for doing what he did, because had it not been for Pravin Tambe, then 17 years after Iqbal, probably people would have considered me to play a coach and not a cricketer. कि अरे 17 साल हो गए तभी क्रिकेटर ठीक था, अभी तो कुछ कोच वोच का रोल होना चाहिए. But that is not the case. And thanks to Pravin Tambe, who believed in his dreams and finally achieved them through his hard work and perseverance. So different, yes, that was a fictional story. This is a true story. There, I didn't say a word, didn't hear a word. Here, I'm of course speaking and hearing. But I think the core of both films is pretty much the same. It is about chasing your dreams, going after your dreams, believing in them, and then finally achieving them. After all the obstacles and hard work that you put in. So I guess underdog stories is something that all of us like, because somewhere all of us feel, whether we are successful in one field or not, there is still something that remains. और ऐसा लगता है कि यार वो करना था. Today I feel I want to learn a musical instrument. और काफी अभी टाइम हो गया, पता नहीं कैसे होगा, but it is just a matter of starting. Take that first step, and then you know that you will be through with it. So it is a motivational story, an inspiring story, and at the core of it, both stories somewhere are pretty similar, is what I feel.
So how far have you come in these 17 years? If we have to talk about your journey, is it still tough?
Well, it has.
Still difficult.
It has been
now
difficult, I guess. Yeah, because I treat every film. Every film is a new film. There are new characters, new challenges, and at the same time, new highs that you achieve after you've done that. So the journey has been pretty phenomenal. Lots of successes, at the same time failures as well, ups, downs, everything. And yes, I learned a lot. I don't know if I am a more wiser person today, but probably I wouldn't repeat the same mistakes that I did earlier in my career. I'll make some new mistakes, but that's part and parcel. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've met a lot of people. In terms of my performance as an actor, there's definitely I'm trying to redefine myself. I'm trying to evolve into a better actor. So yes, there have been a lot of changes, and I'm happy and proud of all of them. I do not, and I will not ever regret any of my films, whether they have worked at the box office or not. And I have, always stood by my choices, whether it was doing theater or television or films in different languages, whatever it is. So one thing is for sure, I'm a happy person today. Of course, every success comes with a lot of happiness. So I'm definitely a more happy person today.
So how much you had to work on your cricket? You played the game 17 years before and now you're playing it again. So वहाँ कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ी?
Kafi sari, because of course I had not played cricket in these years in between, and to restart the entire thing is a slightly difficult process, but not impossible, is what I feel. Because at the end of the day, you are getting to do two things which you really love. One is acting, and one is playing cricket. So I love them both, and if you're getting to do that all over again in your film, in a film which is so well written, and where you're confident about the director as far as the execution is concerned, the production is great, the platform is superb. So there are a lot of things to motivate you, and plus the story in itself. So it was difficult, I won't deny, because while shooting also, there used to be pains and sprains, and I would, injure my knee or my back or my shoulder or whatnot. So I pretty much injured the entire body at some point while shooting. But then you think about who the story is based on. Someone like Pravin Tambe who kept fighting, and that fighter keeps inspiring you to just get up and go all over again and do it to the best of your ability.
So how much interaction you had with Pravin Tambe? Did he teach you the nonsense of his game, or you had a coach in place?
We of course had a coach, but we started practicing with Pravin when we started the entire training process. And he, of course, in the interactions, I was also focusing on how he is as a person, because the story essentially, and this is what our director also kept telling me, that yes, it is based on Pravin Tambe's life, but understand, it is based on his life. Okay, so whatever happened from the age of 20 to 42 or earlier, I play from 20 to 42. We have to portray his life. Cricket is a part of his life, an important part of his life. But at the same time, there is his family, his parents, his wife, his kids, his friends. There are so many other factors, where he worked, how much he got paid, and then what he had to do for all that. And in all of this, he kept believing in his dream and he kept playing cricket. So it is the spirit of Pravin Tambe which needs to come across in a better manner, and not only the cricketing part. So cricket is incidental; it is his story, and that is what we focused on. How he is as a person. Uh, he's a very very simple guy and a very sincere guy for that. So that simplicity, that sincerity needs to come across in the right manner. That is what I primarily focused on, and of course the cricket as well. So his bowling action, how he would do medium pace bowling or how he would do batting, but essentially how he does his spin bowling. So that action, plus how he speaks. So there's a certain pattern to the way he speaks. So we tried to copy that. So in our interactions with Pravin Tambe, there are a lot of these little things that I tried to observe, and again I've tried my best to portray all of that on screen.
So, Shreyas, you have a face that you will always look young on screen. And Pravin Tambe, for Pravin Tambe, age is just a number. So, what it is for you? Do you share any similarity with him in this case?
Honestly, Pravi, that is one big takeaway for me from this particular film, that age is just a number. If you think that you're old to do certain things, then you're old. If you think that you can still do it and you have the passion to do it, then age doesn't really matter, and it won't bother you. I mean, now when I look at Praveen Tambe and I see the way he still keeps playing with all the enthusiasm on a cricket field, it is just unbelievable, that someone at that age can still play with that kind of agility, enthusiasm, and energy. So I personally also have started believing in this line that age is just a number. If you're happy inside, that happiness will show automatically on your face.
The trailer shows Praveen Tambe doesn't have interest in getting married, and when he sees a girl for the first time, he's like, "Okay, I'm getting married." So, what is the case in your own life?
Well, um, I of course, for the longest time, I was also pretty much of the opinion that I don't want to get married so soon, so early. And then I happened to meet Dipti, and it was pretty much love at first sight that happened to me. जैसे वो गाना है मेरी फिल्म का कि देखा जो तुझे यार दिल में बजी गिटार, तो वो गिटार तब बज गई थी. And I guess she's the only one I dated. We had a courtship of 4 years, and then we got married after that. So yeah, it is pretty much similar in that sense. I never had any affair. That is the only affair that I technically had, because I genuinely I liked her. And fourth day after meeting her, I pretty much proposed, and I said, you know what, I really like you and I want to get married to you. So of course she at that point felt that I had really lost it, and I was probably a completely mad person to propose someone on the fourth day after meeting, and we had not met earlier ever. But I guess your when your heart tells you that probably this is the person, I think you just follow that.
Shreyas, you have done earlier. You have done critically acclaimed films like Iqbal, then Door, etc., and then you moved to commercial films like Golmaal, Om Shanti Om, etc. So now, Kaun Pravin Tambe marks your return to that serious form of cinema. So why is it so? Why you are not doing any of them?
Why am I not doing what?
Films like
more serious films?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would love to. To be very honest, yes, I would love to. Probably, there was a time when people felt I can't do comedy. And then I did a film like Golmaal Returns, where I was appreciated for my comic timing. And then I kept doing comedies one after the other. And then probably, people felt that, no, he's good for comedy. Suddenly there was a shift from serious to comedy, and people started believing that I'll probably be able to do only comedy. So Kaun Pravin Tambe is, like you said, yes, it is a return to that serious genre that I started my career with. And I hope after this, people will see me in a new light as an actor, and probably will offer me more serious parts. I would personally love to do more serious parts. I love doing comedy, but that is not the only thing that I know of, or that I would want to do as an actor. Because as an actor, you want to experiment, right? You want to do various roles. Only then will you be really happy with your profession and as an actor. So yes, with Pravin Tambe, I'm hoping that people look at me in a different light, as a more serious actor as well, and offer me parts which will challenge my craft and my skill.
My last question is, Shreyas, you have worked a lot in Marathi industry as well, and now the regional cinema is now getting even bigger and bigger than Bollywood. It's like the biggest regional cinema. So what is your comment on that?
No, it's phenomenal. Whatever happened with Pushpa is just amazing stuff, and that has given confidence to a lot of people in regional cinema, and they deserve it, because there are some phenomenal films that happen in regional cinema, whether it is Malayalam, Tamil, Marathi, Punjabi, Bengali, Telugu, Kannada, and look at all these big stars. Certainly RRR or Pushpa or KGF, they are all people are enthusiastically looking forward to all this film. So I personally feel that it is a time for regional cinema to rise and shine, and they very rightly deserve all the accolades and applause that will come their way. So, and plus revenue, more the revenue, more better we will try to present our films to our audience. So it's a great phase where people are open to different languages and different cinema from various parts of the country and the world, for that matter. So I hope that this is just a beginning for a great new wave for cinema in general and regional cinema in particular.
Okay, Shreyas, and good luck for the film. And I'm really interested in seeing you as Praveen.
Thank you. Please do watch it and let me know how you find it.
Yes, sure. Thank you.